Shout out to J&J.
So I just want to send a shout out to J&J Sports for having me once again.
This is, episodes, man. You guys got a real good thing going on.
So I came across an article recently, and it was discussing about surfers and how crocodiles are actually more dangerous to surfers than sharks.
Really?
And I would have thought that sharks would be the more dangerous.
Exactly, because you're in the ocean. So wait, is alligators out there in the ocean?
Yeah, crocodiles.
Crocodile? Okay.
In the ocean. And I know, like, they have certain glands that are able to expel salt water.
Yeah.
So they definitely do some hunting in the ocean. And then, shallow parts of the ocean, that's where surfing goes on.
Right.
So they had asked pro surfing legend Kelly Slater, and they asked him about predatory marine life. And which one was worse and which one he would rather be around. He said sharks 100% and that crocs are far more dangerous.
Really? I would think sharks just more so just out of if you get a cut or bleed, like they can smell that from miles away and find you.
Yeah, that's what you always hear about from surfers or sharks.
Right.
There was that surfing competition where a guy got hit by like 2 great white sharks at once.
Yeah,
and he survived, but
he got bruised up.
Hearing that crocs are so much more dangerous, does that sound even scarier coming from a pro surfer?
Absolutely. I mean, because sharks are bigger, so you would think, you know what I mean? But I guess the size doesn't matter in this case. It's more so.
Crocs can get up to pretty big, so they can go over 20
and then their
feet.
bite strength is insane. Like, it might be stronger than the sharks.
Yeah, it's the strongest bite on the planet.
Yeah.
I know. I think it's close to like 3,000 pounds per square inch.
My goodness.
Pressure.
Yeah, that's coming clean off. Yeah.
And, just looking at these two animals, sharks and crocodiles, they haven't changed since the time of the dinosaurs.
Right.
And, they lived through the Great Extinction. And
it's like sea dinosaurs. It's like they were living under the water while everything was going on.
And it was interesting because, it says there crocodiles are responsible for 1,000 deaths per year.
Wow.
Whereas sharks are only 5
I can
to
see
6.
that. I can see that because when you think about it, James, a lot of people that are in the country they go to these lakes and they go to these, and then it's limited. People going to the ocean. It's limited. It's more limited than like the lakes and stuff like that.
And yeah, they're all around the planet too. You have sharks, or you have crocodiles in Florida. There are crocodiles in Mexico,
I think Florida is the most. Florida and Louisiana is the most like that's where
in the U.S. for sure. And Australia, there are a lot of real like saltwater crocs in Florida too. But 1,000 deaths for crocs and sharks are only 5 to 6. What do you think about those numbers?
That's like 500-600 or
just 5 to 6 deaths.
Oh, that's amazing, man. I didn't know that. I thought, I don't know. Are they in hiding? That's what they feel like. The sharks may be in hiding right now, but.
I think the crocodiles are just a lot more of a threat because I know with sharks they'll do an exploratory bite and they don't really like the taste of humans.
Yeah.
But crocs will eat anything.
Anything, yeah. Crocs pretty much. Yeah, so that makes sense. I get it.
And looking at these numbers and just thinking about this whole situation, is surfing safe?
Honestly, at this rate, probably not. But I know that sucks because it's some people. It's those surfers that really love surfing and really attached to it. So it's like, what can you do to substitute it or make it like to where you're safe? Like, do you have to create your own kind of lake or your own kind of, you know what I mean?
I feel like California would probably be one of the best places to go to avoid alligators and crocodiles because they don't have those over there. Although they do have a big concentration of great white sharks. So you just have to pick your poison with that.
Yeah, you do kind of gotta. It's very picky.
And on Instagram, there's a Instagrammer, and he's also a surfer, and his name is Daly. And he has a quote here. He was saying, rumors of crocs of my most favorite waves that I've been surfing for over 40 years are rumors no longer. And then he's got a clip, and he says, big fella here has been there for quite a while and saw another only slightly smaller one at a nearby break. So surfing with apex predators is not optimal. They've left us alone up until now, but And looking at some of the different places where this goes along, Costa Rica is a big spot for crocodiles.
Really?
And they describe it as teeming with crocodiles in a croc haven.
Wow.
And in 2016, an American surfer was attacked at Tamarindo.
Wow.
So this was a while ago, but do you think there's more crocs now?
Yeah, I think it's way more crocs, and they're like in different areas of the like different countries and stuff like that. It'd be fascinating hearing though, James, like crocodiles in Australia and Puerto Rico and all that. You know, I would think they were just more United States, but they're all over.
And Harmon, Mark Harmon is a researcher and a crocodile expert. And he was saying when it comes to croc hotspots in Costa Rica, Playa Grande and Playa Hermosa are some of the most notorious areas.
Oh wow. Well, guys, I gotta definitely look out because I'm planning on going to Puerto Rico. So are they? I know they're out there in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, there are, but you know, as long as you just are aware of the situation,
You'll be okay. Yeah, for sure.
And you know, Costa Rica in general, that's supposed to be home to some of the best surfing in the world.
Yeah.
So what could be done?
As far as that, I don't know, man. If it's like if they can't get a hold of it, they might have to relocate, like the spot.
I know with sharks they put nets up and stuff, but I feel like the crocs maybe be able to get around those.
Some type of bait or like I know when you tie with rope, alligators with rope, I mean that kind of gets them too. So if you could create like a rope trap, maybe.
Something that would stop.
Like yeah, maybe some hoops, and you get the bait, they bite it, and then you hoop them up with that rope and pull them up. They can be.
They're also seeing crocs in surfing spots in Indonesia. There was a recent online video posted by a captain and a boat captain, and they were showing these crocs over in the surfing areas. Wow. And the croc expert Harmon said that it's a paradise, but it's also one of the most dangerous places in the world for crocodiles, most notably the saltwater crocodile.
Yeah.
So it's not just one kind of croc. There are different types of crocodiles to worry about.
Yeah. So I don't even know, man. It's kind of crazy. It's like extinction, coming out of extinction, but just in the water.
It seems like a lot of animals are bouncing back because of like efforts to preserve the species and all of that.
Right. Like I didn't hear something recently about tigers and coming back. Like a lot of them coming back to India and different spots. So.
And South Africa also have crocodiles.
Oh yeah, I know it's over there. In the Philippines too, for sure. I know those two areas. It's like
So this is a problem all over
the world. Yeah, like. Absolutely. With sharks is limited. You can kind of avoid them in certain areas and stuff like. But crocodiles, you can't. They right there.
And then Australia, as I was researching this, I was kind of curious because, they have the biggest crocodiles over there in Australia.
Really?
And although they say North Australia is where most of the surfing goes, and there aren't a whole lot of crocs in North Australia.
There. But like South Australia, that's...
But they did say that a kiteboarder was attacked by a 7-footer, but he was able to fight it off.
Okay, that's great. And then... I don't know if you heard, James, Australia has like a pink river. I don't know if you ever seen it or anything.
Okay.
It's crazy. I don't know. There might be crocs in there, you guys. It's like literally pink river.
There's likely probably crocs. They're all over
the place, man. Yeah.
And so, these can be over 20 feet. They can weigh 4,400 pounds. And there's, in Australia in general, they think there are about 200,000 saltwater crocodiles there. So
goodness.
Is it worth the risk?
That alone is the problem. Australia. If you remove Australia, you might be... Yeah, it's risk. It's definitely risk in Australia. And that's a place I actually want to visit, but I know I got to be careful out there for sure.
And when I think of excellent surfing areas, Australia comes to mind.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
California.
Yeah.
There are no crocodiles in Hawaii though, so
really?
Yeah, there hasn't
just
been
sharks?
Any attacks or anything. Yeah, there are sharks.
Sharks, okay.
And there is a video that I saw on YouTube detailing an attack, and it's called "Surfer versus Crocodiles: A Story of Survival."
Y'all want to check that out right quick?
And there's only a small clip of showing him because it's mainly him just telling the story.
Okay.
But he said he was standing in the water and that's when it happened. He was in water that he was standing in. So I guess.
So like ankle level.
It doesn't even have to be like deep water, I guess, to be attacked by a croc.
But you can see. I mean, if you're like B level, you should be able to see. Like,
I think it was close to like chest level for him.
Oh, okay,
what
that's
it looks
different.
like.
That's different. Then.
Yeah, he talks about how he got his leg and then both arms bitten, but when it bit around his head, he said he actually had to pry the jaws off of his head.
Goodness.
And this is all while he's just out there surfing, having a fun time with recreation.
Yeah.
He was able to fight it off by punching it. So this has me kind of wondering,
That's scary.
should surfers carry protection?
Absolutely. 'Cause at this point, it's getting out of hand. I don't know what type, because you don't want to kill an animal, but you want to get it off you. So what would be a good?
I know in World War II, soldiers would carry bleach tablets to get sharks to go away because they don't like the smell of the bleach and they'll just go away. So maybe
Maybe like a
that.
bleach spray, like
a
spray with
deterrent
bleach or something like that. Yeah.
And I guess with bears and stuff, you could use pepper spray, but that'd be a hard thing to use out in the water.
Oh no, I wouldn't even play with the bear honestly. I don't know at that point.
But y'all let us know what you think about that. Are there any surfers out there in our audience?
Absolutely.
And what kind of wildlife have you seen surfing?
Definitely, let us know.
And I thought I would connect the surfing topic.
J&J Sports.
Coming to y'all live in 2025.